Greetings, beholders, and welcome back to the Painted Dungeon. Last week we ended our last episode where we had the party defend Tidetown against the onslaught of sea monsters with the help of their mythical mounts. This week we are continuing from that point where many of the fallen from the Battle of Tidetown are now being prepared for funeral rites, as well as many of the bodies of the Kraken tentacles and the Sahuagin are being chopped up and made into chum for fishermen. On that note, the party has also been given a new quest. To earn the trust of the people of Tidetown further, they have been asked to help escort and protect a group of lumberjack dwarves who will be entering the forest and harvesting lumber and sending it back to Tidetown for repairs. So we will start off from the point where the party ended. You guys have just had breakfast at the Sleepy Mermaid Inn, and you were all to make preparations to leave and escort these dwarves and meet them at the northwestern tower of Tidetown. So feel free to discuss amongst yourselves what preparations you would like to make, and we will venture forth.
Well, I think I'm ready. We've eaten. Is there anything you guys need to do, or should we just go meet the dwarves?
I think we can go meet the dwarves. I don't seem that there's anything else, but I don't see Marauder or Galadesh.
Yeah,
with us.
last night it seemed like he's still kind of hurting a little bit from the fight, and so I think he said he was going to take a little bit of a rest because Galadesh got really tore up by some of
Oh, that's right. He did.
the sea monsters. So last time I checked on him, that's what he told me. We can go check if you want, but I think it's better if we just let them rest and get their strength back.
Okay. That sounds good to me. We can head out.
So have we decided that we can trust these individuals?
For now, plus they're already down one number, so if anything happens, I think we're
We
okay.
have the upper hand here, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know about that.
My sword always craves souls.
Yeah.
And as you rested last night, Zulkul, you heard whispers in your dreams and in your mind. You make a Arcana check to see if you're able to discern a faint message.
Arcana check. Let me get my dice. I wasn't prepared, sorry. Where? Arcana. That is going to be a 14.
All right. You hear a low, pleased growl in your mind. Tasty souls, tasty souls. What more will you bring me today?
More tasty souls.
And as you wake up, you see that there is a sharper edge to your blade. It starts to curve a little bit, and it is now a masterwork sword.
Very nice.
At this stage. There's a little bit more, as it is directly in tune with your eldritch power from your patron, that you are slightly unfamiliar with at this time. You also gain a masterwork eldritch blast. So what that will do is when you cast eldritch blast, instead of it being a d10, it will be a d12. When the dice for that increases, it will increase by d10s. It will still be just d10s for the increase. All right.
So the masterwork weapon pushes from a 1d8 to a 1d10?
That is correct.
Awesome.
So journeying to the northwest section of Tidetown, your group, you kind of hear in the distance, you hear kind of a melodious singing on a high-pitched voice, and you kind of see some people who have been preparing funeral rites are kind of looking over, and you guys see a tiefling woman, and she is in a dress, and it is embellished with flowers, and she is walking around and kind of swaying with joy, which is very odd in contrast to a bit of a somber mood this morning here in the city of Tidetown. And she is calling out, "Jovi is here! I am here! Who needs potions? The magnificent Jovi is here! And she goes and she meanders to where you're at, which is passing through the market area, the open trade market. And you see there is already a vendor stall with a human man, and he is selling some potions himself. And she goes up and starts to set up shop herself next to him. You guys are welcome to pass at this time, or you're welcome to go look at the potions.
I will turn to the group and say, I don't know about you guys, but I think it would be best. I need some health potions. So if we're going to go out and do this quest, we're not going to be back here for who knows how long. I think it'd be best to stock up at least on some things like that. So if you guys don't need anything, I'll just be a minute, but if not, then we can go there together.
I need potions as well.
Well,
so
seeing as I've used
yeah.
all my potions on... Forgot your character's name.
Carolyn!
Carolyn! Yes.
There you
Use
go.
all my
There you
potions
go.
Your
on
your
Carolyn.
masterwork weapon now receives next to a normal blade.
So, for Erilyn, I think I need to add that back into my bags.
Sorry about that again. My bad.
Yeah, right. I agree. We need some potions.
I think that lady said she had potions, so let's go up and see what she has.
All right. Are you all going up to the lady for potions?
Yes.
All right. You guys go up to this woman who has announced herself as Jovi. And she says, "Welcome, welcome. Are you new adventurers to Tidetown?"
Yes, we're actually on a quest for the mayor right now. We're going to go help escort some dwarves to get wood.
Yeah.
And we need to get some health potions. Do you by chance have any available?
Oh, I sure do, and I have the best health potions between you and me.
Oh.
But they're just 50 gold. 50 gold apiece.
50 gold apiece?
Yes.
Well, do you give discounts if all of us buy some from you?
Make a persuasion check.
Alright, I can do that. Persuasion, that's a 12.
Nice.
Okay. Well, how many healing potions are we talking about?
At least 10, probably.
At least 10. Oh, I suppose I'll give you a first-time bulk discount. I'll give you 10% off your whole order.
Okay, so you want... That'd be 500 gold, so you are saying you'd give us a discount of 50 gold pieces for all of them? So we'd buy 10 and we'll buy
That
9
is
and get one
correct.
free?
You'll buy 9 at full price and get one free.
You said you had the best ones. Who else sells health potions?
Oh, well, I'm not sure, but I think my neighbor, I think he sells healing potions as well. Other potions.
Well, maybe we'll have to go
I don't
check
know.
prices with him unless you're willing to give us a little bit of a discount.
I'm
and we
already
can-
giving you a discount, my friend. Plus, Jovi's health potions are the best health potions.
What makes yours different than his?
They're better, and they're made with love.
Made with love, huh? Well, we'll be back. We might be back. I'll talk to my my group and see if that's how many we need, and if it is, then we'll be back in a minute.
Very well. She doesn't seem too pleased by that. And you all venture over to this
Well, I'll
other
ask
vendor?
before we venture over there. I'll ask: do we each need 2 health potions apiece? I don't have any. I'm assuming we've all used all of ours, so we need at least 2.
I already have 2, but having extra would not be bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do so.
I had to.
I'll pay for them. I'm
So
sorry.
hers are pretty expensive. They're 50 gold a piece. She did say she'd give us a discount on. We'd basically be able to buy 9, and she'd give us 1 for free. So it's a little bit of a discount, but I think
Let's check.
his is going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
But I don't
What makes hers so special?
Because they're made with love. Yeah, that's
I don't
what I
believe in
thought.
things such as love.
Let's
I can tell.
you guys can come with me, but I'm gonna go talk to the other guy and see what his prices are, and then we can make a decision there.
Okay. As you guys journey over, not too far, to the next trader, you see the man, he stands up and he says, "Oh, welcome. Are you in search for some potions, by chance?"
We are.
Very good. Healing potions, that's the most common, or are you looking for something else?
That's the main one we're after, but I mean, I would be interested to see what other things you have.
Well, I do have a couple of potions of invisibility. Those are 300 gold, and I have regular healing potions, and those are 50 gold.
Okay.
I am Etor, by the way.
Etor, nice to meet you. My name is Thram.
Nice to meet you, Thram.
Yes, we were helping DeJorna at the Sleeping Mermaid because it got attacked, and we had to use most of our health potions, so we're definitely in the market for them, but I wanted to see...
How are they?
The Sleeping Mermaid is actually doing well. We helped rebuild it, and everything it seems to be well. I mean, of course, there were people that were injured or killed, and so that is...
Oh, wow.
That's also not a good thing, but we helped
Who
protect
was
as much.
injured or killed there?
We're new here. I'm not exactly sure who the people
sorry
were.
to hear
but
that.
Yeah.
My shop didn't fare well either. This is actually my first day outside of my shop. And he kind of gestures over, and you guys see a slumped and completely shambled building that clearly a Kraken tentacle took a liking to and wrecked it pretty good.
Well, we're going out to help the mayor right now. He needs help with some dwarves need help being guarded while they're farming wood. But when we come back, I can talk to the rest of our friends. We have access to some friends that can definitely help fix that. If we are willing to help you fix it, would you be willing to give us a little bit of a discount on your potions?
I suppose I could give you a little bit of a discount if you help me rebuild. I'd be happy to do that. You bet.
What would this discount that you're talking about be?
Well, if you build my house back, my store back, then I'd be happy to give you some potions as compensation. But no offense, I don't know you, so I wouldn't be able to do that right now. And now,
will you give us a
it's
bulk
a bit of a
discount?
grim day for me today.
For sure. Will you give us a discount for buying some in bulk, and then when we come back, we can discuss what we can do to help you fix your...
Well, how many potions are you looking at?
10.
10 potions of healing?
Yes.
I'd be happy to give you... my stock's a little short. I could give you 5% if you bought all 10.
Okay. I don't know that's pretty steep on the price right now.
You guys see very, very loud and bubbly and with lots of animation. You see Jovi, and she has a small crowd around her table right now, and she's standing on top of her table, and she says, "Welcome, friends, welcome, and I have plenty of potions for all of you, plenty of potions, and they're made with love." And she holds up a potion, and you notice that her potion bottle, it has a beautiful shape to it. It's like looks like a fat tomato, with a cork on top, and his potions look kind of normal and ordinary. They're just vials, and she's selling potions quite quickly and quite well, and it looks like you don't know how much stock she brought.
Sir, I hear her name is Jovi, and she says she makes her potions with lots of love.
I've heard of her. Mm-hmm.
So why are people flocking to her and not to you?
I don't know. I don't see how her potions could be any better than mine. I have a very old recipe that's run in my family and then before them from gnomes who were great at alchemy. So I don't understand what she's doing, but people sure seem to love her. But
I will be honest with you. We would love to help you rebuild when we get back. That's not an issue. The only thing is right now with money tight for everybody, she did offer us a little bit of a bigger discount, and so
I bet she did.
Not much. She offered us 15%, but if you're willing to even meet us at 10%, I'm sure we'd be willing to work with you on that if you can meet us there, and then we'll help you rebuild when we get back.
Okay, go ahead and make a deception check.
Deception? I mean, it's still not bad. 12 again.
Nice.
Okay. Man, she's gonna run me out of business. I don't know, guys. Maybe I could give you 10% another day at this rate. I don't have a lot of potions. Kraken tentacle tends to shatter and break
For sure.
most of what I had. To be honest, I have 1 creative healing potions, and there are 10 of them.
Is she from here?
Can't afford. I don't think she's from here. I sure don't recognize her. She sure stands out. And you see her, and she's got her dress. It's got all these flowers. She has flowers on her horns, which swirl around. They're crazy big. She's on high heels, And you could swear there's a little bit of music surrounding her.
She's.
I'll come up to the guy and say, "Look, I see you're struggling right now, and I'll give him 100 gold, and I'll say, just give me one potion. The rest is to help you out."
That is too kind, my friend. Why don't I just give you 2 healing potions as trade? And I sure appreciate your kindness, Mr. Dragonborn.
Okay, and I'll give the 100 for then.
He puts his hand on yours, shakes, thank you, and deep earnest. Says, what is your name, if I might ask?
My name is Gilby.
Gilby. Pleasure.
He's a singer.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Maybe you could sing and draw people over to my shop, eh?
Okay, if you want, I can, and I'll grab my lute. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you pull out your lute.
Mm-hmm. I'll pull out my lute and just start playing.
Okay.
To come over.
Make a performance check.
All right.
Critical fail.
Oh no, you rolled really well. Actually.
That's good.
Performance is.
You better have high performance.
That's 21.
Yeah.
Okay, with your 21, you start to sing a little song about potions, and a few of the people are like, it's too crowded over here, and they start to wander to Etor's shop, and they're like, oh, hey Etor, is this your new friend? He says, yes, this is Gilby, the magnificent shiny dragonborn. And a little bit of pep is in Etor's voice now, and as some more people have wandered over, and I said, well, our dad got hurt pretty good, and they kind of barter a little bit, and he gives him a healing potion for 48 gold pieces. And
I'll give him 100 gold pieces for 2 as well.
he says, oh, are you sure?
Yes. But
Thank you.
I want you to learn to trust us, because we will probably definitely be in need of your healing potions, and so I'll do this in good faith, so hopefully you will, like I said, learn to trust us, and then when we get back, I can't say it for anybody else, but I will be willing to help do what I can to rebuild your shop when I get back.
Well, I won't hold you to it, but I sure appreciate it. Thank you. That means a lot.
I'll also say I don't really that lady. I don't know. I don't trust her. You seem like a good man.
And right as you say that, he looks over and you see Jovi, and she does a twirl on top of her table, and she throws out flowers, and yellow flowers rain from her hand, and they fall over onto the crowd. They're like, yay! I would love some more potions! I would love some more potions! And people are just really flocking to her.
People are on crack.
She's on crack.
They were kind of glum in the area, but then people are kind of magnetized to her charisma.
Yeah, she's definitely got something else going on besides just potions.
Her drug.
Anybody else?
Let me buy one.
Thank you. And you buy it at full price as well, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll pay the full price.
Thank you
Can
very
I buy
much.
3, please?
Yes. Thank you. And gives you 3. So we got 3, 5,
And I'm gonna give one
7,
to
8.
Zupul.
Yeah, no, I'll give you.
I got
I'll give you one of mine.
2 potions left. He kind of says with
Good,
confidence.
good.
He does look to you guys in case you guys wanted the 2.
I'll throw him another 100 gold, and I'll take them.
So thank you guys so much. This will go a long way to helping me get back on my feet.
So put.
I'll see. Do you have a stockpile of wood that you can use for rebuilding? I know a lot of people do, because stuff like this does tend to
I'm
happen.
waiting
but-
on wood, probably from either your troop of lumberjacks that you were going with, or another troop. A lot of wood is on demand, and the watchtowers tend to get priority on such things.
I'll see what we can do. I'll talk to the dwarves and see if we can befriend some of them and see if we can get some to come your way a little bit faster.
I would sure appreciate it. There's not a dire rush. My main concern is getting my stock going again. I can work on this vendor thing, but next to this woman, and then you look over and everybody's dancing around here, and they're all like chanting. They're like, Jovi, Jovi, Jovi. And she goes, followers! And all these people are just way stupidly excited. It doesn't even make sense. But, you know, Etor says, if you guys have any observations, I can't really follow her. That's considered stalking. But if you don't mind seeing why people like her so much, if I did the things that she did, I think people would be creeped out and hide their children from me. But if you don't mind checking it out, I would sure appreciate that.
I think we can figure something out there.
I wanna buy a potion for her.
Oh, I am all out of. I have 2 invisibility potions left.
No, I
No,
don't
he's
think-
walking over. She's walking over
Yeah.
to.
Oh, you are walking over.
Jovi.
I see to
Jovi.
Jovi. Okay, you walk over to Jovi. Sea elf that you are, and you see there's a couple sea elves shopping there, and humans and dwarves and a couple elves, and they're all dancing and cheering. And she says, "Oh, you would like a couple of healing potions?
Yeah, just one.
Just one? Okay. Very well. It's made with a smile." And she like picks it up and she like smiles and she says, "Flowers!" And more flowers come out and she hands it to you. There's a flower tucked into a little twine wrapped around just below the drinking point of the vial, of the tomato-shaped beaker. Yes, of healing potion. And she hands it to you.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please come again. Please come again. I love your hair.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
I'm gonna go stealth and see how
Yeah.
well I can stealthily sneak up close to her, and then I'm gonna Arcana check her and see if she's doing
Very good.
anything magically
Okay.
to it.
Yes.
That is a 16.
Okay, with the 16, you notice that when she's throwing out flowers, the flowers kind of fade after a little bit, and people kind of expect it. So she's definitely purposefully using magic to sell her goods. And then why don't you also make a perception check?
16.
With your 16, you make a very careful observation on her horns that they're not real. So it looks like they're real when they go into her head, but they're horn extensions that she is wearing.
That's a new one.
Yes. And who knows about her hair? Her hair is very, very full and voluptuous. Yes. Okay.
She's a fake.
She's a fraud. Can I try to touch her?
Do a what?
Should
Touch-
touch her.
touch-
Her hair or the
Okay.
horn?
Are you just
Both.
reaching out and touching her hair, or are you?
Yeah, just like,
about her
ooh, I love your
extensions?
hair, and touch it.
Okay. Very good. Make a. You can use a sleight of hand or just a regular dexterity check. I think those will be about the same for you.
Your sleight of hand is right here.
And you don't need a terribly high number. Maybe an 8.
11.
Okay. As you do it, you kind of surprise her as she started to veer her attention to some other new customers, and you said, "I love your hair," and you wind up pulling at her hair, and you see like when you pulled at just a little strand of hair, a whole bunch of her hair started to slip back just a little bit.
It's a wig!
And her blush definitely goes up a little bit. She says, "Oh, don't touch my hair, thank you." Thank you. She gets back to it. Okay. I'm running low on stock. Healing potions are now 55 gold pieces. 55 gold pieces, and people are kind of a little
Dude,
bit
I'm
more
gonna see if
hesitant.
is she looking at us when she says that, or just looking?
Just the crowd. Only right now. These two are right there.
Okay. Because if she was like that, I was gonna say, I was just gonna hold up my 4 health potions and be like, I'm good, and then walk away. But I don't hear it, so it's all good.
Okay. Where would you guys like to go next?
Rendezvous with the dwarves, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna. I think we'll just start heading where we were supposed to meet the dwarves. Yes.
Okay. You guys go up to the rest of the journey to the northwest tower where you are to meet the dwarves. As you guys approach the area, it's very obvious there are 9 dwarves, and they are all waiting at the base of a watchtower. And you see they have sacks of tools on their backpacks, and saws, axes, hatchets, the works. And you see a black-haired dwarf, bearded, they're all bearded, they're dwarves, and a blonde-haired dwarf that walk up to you guys and kind of approach you, seeming to recognize you somehow. And the black-haired one says, "Oi, are you the dwarves? Sorry, are you the purifiers? We are the dwarves that have come to meet us and help us with our journey today and lumberjacking."
Yes.
Yes.
That is us.
I am Zolt, this is Gran. And Gran says, "Heyo, good to meet you." At your service. And the black-haired dwarf says, if you don't mind my asking, what do the purifiers want with Town and helping dwarves and with lumberjacking?
We're retired at this point. We're looking for a place to just be able to relax. And so for us to do that, the mayor said that we need to help out around the town and basically gain people's trust so they want us to stay here. So we're here to help out.
I see. Make a slight deception check because of the retired. It won't be a difficult one, though.
14.
14. Okay. Says, I see. Retired, eh? He kind of just stops talking, and Gran says, well, follow me to the... We have 2 keel boats. We're to understand there are some beasties that are coming along today. Is that what I am understanding correct?
Yes.
They have some. Ours, you won't have to worry about ours. Ours will be there.
Oh, fancy. I see. So, if you would like, we can fit all of your beasties' mounts on our keelboat, unless you have another mode of transportation for them.
That will work for us.
Yeah,
I
that will
think.
work.
Okay. So you guys wave down your ferryman who's been working hard to follow you guys as you've been journeying from the other one end of town to the other end of town, and your ferryman and your ferryman. So actually 2 ferrymen, Tyson Waterbeard as well as Gaelteg. And they ferry in, and you see your mounts are kind of perking up a little bit as they approach the dock, and you guys work to get them onto one of the keel boats. As they are boarded, you see the dwarves' demeanor starts to change to considerable nervousness. And they say, "Oh, these animals, these creatures, they are trained, yes?"
Yes. As long as you treat them properly.
I see. You guys load up into a keelboat. You are welcome to load up into a keelboat with your mounts, or load up into a keelboat with the dwarves. What would you like to do?
I will go with my mounts.
I'll go with the dwarves.
I'll join the dwarves as well.
I'll go with my mount.
I know Tesla.
Very good. As you guys start to,
Split party.
you are split, but you are in 2 boats side by side, and you start to go off. Sobek, he kind of wanders around and sniffs at the dwarves a little bit, and then eventually he lays down, and his tail splashes in the water, and it soaks a little bit on the other keelboat, and definitely on the keelboat that everyone is on, and Shadowquill perks up and is looking at the water, and he has his head tilted and he's eyeing something in the water, and then he darts his head under the water and pulls out, and he's got a fish in his beak, and then he swallows it and chugs it down. During this display, Zeta shakes like a dog and shakes the water off of her scales, and the other 2 red mares are invisible in the ethereal plane, another plane of existence.
That they are.
As you guys start journeying to further northwest, I will kind of show on the map. Let's see if we can get this to focus. It looks like it's focusing pretty good. You guys are left here, and you were journeying up actually northeast, I'm sorry, as you have to go and dock next to the Red Sea Trade Hub, where there is some protection, and you guys are heading to a dangerous area to harvest lumber. On your way, and as you guys are undocking, unboarding your boats, you see that there is 2 large watchtowers on either side of... I'm going to pull this out one more time to show you what is a mouth of a river pouring into the ocean. And these watchtowers, where the water meets, the water collides from the fresh water to the salt water, there is a gate acting like a net, and it is blocking off, and you guys see a bunch of scorched tentacles from a kraken at some point recently is being peeled off by sea elves who are cleaning it and scrubbing it clean. And pile of the sea elf, not sea elf, pile of kraken tentacles and shark folk is being piled next to them. And Gran hollers out to the sea elves. He says, "Oh, greetings, sea elves! Are you ready to receive some lumber today?" And the sea elves holler back, "Yes, we are. We're just cleaning off this beast." And Solt hollers out to them, the black-bearded dwarf, and he says, "I hope the destruction wasn't too bad." And the seals confirm, they said, "It wasn't, we were ready for them, but we did not expect them to come in the force that they did. We actually had one of our watchtowers higher up in the river was destroyed." And the dwarves kind of nod, and you guys start to journey up into what is a forest, and it's slowly becoming more and more dense. As you are journeying in that direction, one of the dwarves comments as, "Are you guys mounting on your mounts at this
I
time?"
would have, like,
Should
when we
ask this.
disembarked, I would have
Yeah.
summoned my mount and
Yeah.
mounted. So
Very good. You guys
100%.
summon your mounts, and the dwarves are very nervous seeing these fiery
oh, that's beautiful.
horses.
I don't
Red
know
mares.
anything.
Animal handling, that's a
Animal
21.
handling.
I'm assuming, do we have to do an animal handling check?
Actually, you all will need to animal handle check to mount for the
Okay,
first time of the
so-
day. It's just very easy for some and very difficult for others.
21.
Natural 20.
15.
Very good. Very good.
14.
Natural 20.
Oh, very
natural
good.
20s.
Okay.
Oh, we're good.
That's a wasted.
You're that's my cooing noise for a bird. As Shadow Quill is quite excited to be ready to go get some adventure and stretch her feathers a bit. As you guys are mounting up, the dwarves are quite nervous, but one of them kind of breaks the tension. He says, "Oh, it makes me want to mount on one of my ancestors' war pigs again." And some of the other dwarves kind of laugh at that. You guys journey northward. And as you were journeying northward, I'm going to change the tempo of the music here.
Roll initiative. Just kidding.
Roll initiative! As you journey northward, you start to see what is a semi-cloudy day. You see what's like a black sphere waiting. It's very quite large. Almost it looks as if a small moon had merged from the sky that was solid black and bored deep into the earth until its half point. And it kind of has a presence of foreboding, and clouds swirl on the outskirts of this great dome. And this is, if you can see on the map, this is Gloom Breach, a very, very large chunk of land, cities wide. Thank you. The dwarves kind of get a little bit more quiet, a bit more tense. They're on watch. They're looking around, and let me see how you guys are marching with these dwarves. There are 9 of them.
Can I ask
Stick 'em
him
in here.
what occurred here? What is this?
No, maybe you wouldn't know, because you guys are from Purida, the western side of the region. But years ago, when the undead hordes invaded from another dimension, another realm, your people we need to give some thanks to, because they saved, we believe, all life in the area. Be by summoning sunlight against what was the most deadly part of this was a vampire army. Thousands of vampires who are not creatures to be taken lightly. And when the sun drove off the vampires, and we civilized folk began to collapse and destroy many of the portals in the region where these undead creatures came from, one of the portals began to enlarge as the others would shrink, and eventually it burst. And when it burst, there was a great rift in the dimensions and in the realms. And now Gloom Breach, we call it. Gloom Breach is there, and it is a dangerous place that we do not go to. Have you heard of the heroes, the werewolf knights, Fenrir's knights, they are called? You guys can make a history check to see if you've heard of Fenrir's Knights.
I heard of them, all right. I rolled a natural 20.
20 not natural.
I
Very
got
good.
11.
If you got a 15, you would have heard of this. With your natural 20, we will say that you, back in your homeland, a skirmish happened where many Yuan-ti were slaughtered from a patrol of these Fenrir's Knights. Fenrir's Knights, they are werewolves who protect the land and keep the balance. Much like what druids, when they used to protect the lands here, used to do. Fenrir's Knights were responsible for helping to keep much of the land safe, and anyway, we were very grateful to them as well. Them and frankly the giants and everybody came together during that time to fend off the area. Anyway, these trees are actually, they look hundreds of years old. They are not hundreds of years old. They are only about 40-ish years old. Fenrir's Knights had great magic that brought a lot of restoration to the land, not just to the races, but to the land itself, as it was once barren many years ago. Anyway, enough story time. We better be on watch. This place gives me the willies. Okay, show me your formation. And are you sending a scout ahead? But I will pull these guys. Why don't you guys tell me where you want to be with your mounts?
I'm fine being in the front. I've got a decent AC. And I can also just disappear if I need to. So
You're just right in front?
Yeah.
Are you flying at all?
I wouldn't, like, how tall is the canopy?
It's not very good for flying. It's
That's
very,
what I was
very
figuring.
dense. There's a lot of there's
If
even some
anything, I'd
vines.
be hovering, like I wouldn't be like flying around, but
Hovering off the ground.
yeah,
Inches
just
off the ground, a foot off the ground.
just like hovering.
Make the terrain less difficult.
A
Yeah.
dwarf high, so you can fly over the dwarves.
That's fair.
Okay. We'll say yeah. Okay. What about you as well?
I will be. Are we all in like a single file line, or are we?
The dwarves are kind of clustered, as you see here. They are not in a single file line. They are in kind of a circular formation.
Then I will kind of go towards the middle on either side and just be there, trying to keep guard.
You're in the middle of the dwarves?
Sorry. On the side, and then in the middle of like not. Yeah, that's good. That works great.
Okay. Okay.
I'd be covering kind of probably the rear, just in case. Anything in the back.
Okay, so the dwarves who are not too far under the mouth of Sobi keep looking back to you. They're very, very nervous.
I will be in the smack dab center of the dwarves.
They are very nervous as well, but you see Gran, who tends to have the demeanor of trying to lighten the mood where he can. Gran eventually says, "Oh, I feel safer already."
I'll say, Zeta, give him a kiss.
Zeta immediately like turns her head over, whips it over, and then gives Gran a big old lick on the side of his face, and he's like, "Oh!" and he squirms and tenses up, and he says,
That means she likes you.
I can tell, yes. That's not natural. That's not natural.
You've broken him.
Shadow, you did. You broke his positive attitude. Shadow, Quill, and Nareda, where would you like to be positioned?
Why? Over that's good. Yeah.
Over here? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Soul to the black-bearded dwarf kind of says loud enough so that all of you can hear. Says, "So, retired purifiers, at your young ages, did you purify a whole village or something to earn a retirement? How does a purifier accomplish that?
We were lucky to survive a fight where our commander was slaughtered in front of us. So they let us retire.
That sounds very, very strange. Very, very strange.
Why does it sound so strange?
One doesn't retire when they're young. When they're young in the tooth. Short in the tooth.
No, but they also realized what we had been able to accomplish with the time that we were in there, so they let us retire.
Oh. I see.
I'll just ask. Are you fond of the purifiers?
Not particularly. I have enough respect for the great deeds done and saving us from the undead scourge, the undead hordes. But no, many of my forefathers were tormented by purifiers. I even heard stories of amputation being done to dwarves because they are unclean. Do you think we are unclean? We are imperfect versions of humans.
So,
And Grant says, "Shut up! Shut your mouth! Can't you see? Their monsters look hungry. They're beasts."
and I'll say,
Yeah.
I'll just
Go.
say, you need not worry. My father, he was a dwarf. He was not fond of purifiers. I wasn't a purifier. I haven't been a purifier since I was born. So let's just say I want to be honest with you. I am no longer with the purifiers. I am of my own. I am my own master, and Sobi is with me.
Well, good to hear. He kind of grumbles and he doesn't really know what to think, and he's keeping a little quieter now. Okay, as you guys go deeper into the dense woods, you see the dwarves begin to fan out a bit. They don't chop down just a line of trees boring onward. They kind of spread out a bit because you need trees to create seedlings and sproutlings and create more trees. And so they also are careful on which trees they are felling. They're not going after dead trees. And so they're going to spread out a bit. So you guys are going to have to decide your new formation on how to protect the dwarves as they are hard at work. They're carrying carts so that they can pull lumber to a point. And Solt says, "All right, we load up the carts and then we dump them in the river." So does that make sense to you guys what they're about? Mm-hmm. Okay. Timber! Oh, they're hard at work already! Look at them go! The advanced special effects, Timber D&D. Drop one there just for aesthetic. Okay, so I'm going to put those two, before I timber another one, over in this area. And these two over here, they are pairing off mostly, it seems. And there are a couple of carts kind of centralized to them, anchoring them in a bit. Are you changing your positions on where you're standing watch?
I'll be over there, kind of in
Like where
That's
you're
what I
at?
was
or
almost thinking.
over...
like in that direction, just
Okay.
over there, just to cover if anybody comes.
And I'll
in.
probably actually stay just about right where I am. I'll try and get closer. What was his name? Salt?
Salt.
I'll try and get closer to Salt so I can talk to him. But I'll stand guard around basically where I'm at.
Okay.
Because that actually seems well, because if we've got him guarding those two, I can help watch those two and those two.
All right, there are 3 right here. And there
And
are
Salt, yeah.
2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. What about the rest of you?
Where is Grom?
Gran is right here.
I will be with Grom, since Zeta likes Grom.
And yes, Gran.
Gran,
Gran.
yes.
Grom is a cool guy. And not in our universe.
Can I just move, by the big tree? Yeah, like there.
Like that?
Yep.
Very good. That's a good spot. All right, and Timber. Shadow Quill, do you like your spot? Or do you
Yeah.
want to change it all?
No, that's
Good.
fine.
Okay. I think I covered everybody. So the dwarves kind of are quiet, but they kind of hum dwarvish tunes to themselves periodically. But they aren't too loud, as they're a bit spooked being so close to Gloombreach. As they are hard at work cutting wood, one of the dwarves pipes up, and he hasn't spoken yet, and he is a red-bearded dwarf. And he says, "Oi! What do you say, you come and help me cut down some wood?" He's over by you, and Shadowquill. Narita and Shadowquill.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, excellent! So do you dismount and go to work then? Helping him?
Yep.
Okay, so you dismount. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Natural 20.
Holy cow.
She's just like, okay, I mean, boom, boom.
You are a sleek and agile and dexterous elf. And you dismount and you use it to have perfect form as you are chopping down trees. And the dwarf who is hard at work and he's chopping away, you're working with his partner, and you and his it's a she, that you and the she dwarf are using a saw to cut down a tree, and her eyes kind of light up, and she's kind of nods to you as you guys are working in perfect harmony, and he's chopping and he's like slowing down a bit and looking over at you. His jaw just drops a bit, and he says, "Oh, me beard."
I'm showing my own.
He says, I've never seen a beardless woman work so hard in my life." As you are hard at work. Now, later on, you see another dwarf that is next to you, Emmy, and he says, "Oh, yeah, I think you should give your poor horse a break, and maybe we can all watch. You know, I'm watching too. You don't have to just watch me work."
I'll say I'm happy to help carry the logs if you'd like, or chop down trees if you need.
"Well, right now we need chopping.
All right, I'll help you.
Here's an axe," and he tosses you an axe.
Awesome. I got an 8.
So you, this very tall, 7-foot plus Amazonian woman, you get down and you're like, "Oh, I'm trained with the sword, not an axe." That's not true. You're trained with an axe as well, but you haven't used one in quite some time, and certainly not for chopping down trees in quite some time.
Just ends.
So you got an 8. You do okay.
Not as cool.
You don't-
That's
you don't
unfortunate.
impress
Very
the
small.
dwarf. And then over, not Salt, but you, one of the other, a red-bearded dwarf woman. She says, "Oh, why don't you get off your horse and have a help at us, helping to fell these trees?"
All right. I'm more than happy
You
to
got a
help where
natural
I'm needed.
20?
I've got a natural
You
20.
got a natural 20. And she says, "Oh, I'm impressed," as you go to work with an axe, and you're felling trees as good as any of the dwarves are, the experts. Now Zeta, you see Gran and sorry, Gilby and Zeta. You guys are kind of flanking some couple of dwarves, and they look over to you, and one of the dwarves, they're both blonde bearded, but one of them hollers to you and he says, "Oh, are you masters of dwarves to watch us? Or are we your servants? Huh? Chopping down wood. You can't help us as well." And Grant says, Don't say that. Don't say that. You guys are doing a great job watching the forest with your eyes, and you need your eyes affixed."
I'll say I can help if you need, and I'll make sure to leave my javelin or teleport on top of Sobi, and I'll jump off.
Very good. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Critical fail.
Nice.
He jumps off something.
You are using a saw, and as you get a little bit tired, you need to adjust your grip as you're starting to actually have your scaly hands. The scales are starting to get very uncomfortable, like almost like they want to peel off. So you try to you kind of slide your hand a bit as you yank the bow saw towards you, and you deal 1 point of damage to yourself as you accidentally graze your hand across the blade itself, the sharp blade.
Okay.
And your form isn't very good either. Zul, cool. What is your decision?
I'll look at Graham, and I'll be like, would you wish me to really assist you in this effort?
The other dwarf says yes, and then Grant says no. You watch. We need vigilance.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on him to see if he really does want me to help, but he's lying because he's afraid.
Okay, make an insight check.
Insight is going to be 11.
Hard to read. You're pretty sure he's being sincere, but you're not 100% sure.
Okay, I'll say, Zeta, go topple the tree. I'm still on Zeta.
Zeta, have her make an attack roll.
Oh, okay, that's not that good. I thought it was going to be worse, but no. It's not that bad. So that is going to be... Wait, that's not the right one. Where is it?
She needs a 10.
Oh, yeah, she got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
She kind of starts to bite into the tree. She doesn't have very good tools for it, but she bites and pulls away some bark, and then you see one of her teeth falls out.
Ah.
So she kind of whimpers a bit, and looks to you to see if you want her to keep.
Zeta, don't bite. Push. Push tree over.
She starts to push at it, and is this a big tree or is this a skinny tree?
It's a smaller skinny tree.
She's able to push over a skinny tree just fine.
Yeah.
She pushes him over, and the dwarves start cheering. They say, "Yeah, get it, blue dragon dog, get it!" and the dwarves around you are getting kind of excited. Okay. Everybody make a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage, dang it.
Because you're all working.
No, that still isn't bad, so that's
15.
5.
20 not natural.
13.
16.
Very good, okay. Alright. Salt backs away from the tree next to you as he starts furiously patting down at his long hair and at his beard. And he says, get off me! Get off me! And you see a bunch of little spiders start falling off of his beard and out of his hair. And it looks like a bunch of spiders must have fallen out of the tree. And the other dwarves next to you stop sawing the tree, and they kind of look up at it nervously. And then over by Emmy, what was your perception check?
13.
13. You turn around, and one of the dwarves went to drop off wood, and the one that was next to you, you were hearing chopping, and then you stop hearing chopping, and then you look behind you, and you don't see a dwarf there anymore.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Can I look for him?
Yes, make an investigation check.
It's not good. That's a 7.
With your 7, you're looking around furiously, and everybody roll initiative. Bwomp, 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 bwomp.
Steve, I think this is a good time for a break.
I think this is an excellent time for a break, friends, as we make our adjustments to set the battlefield. Welcome back, friends. A quick announcement. Remember to go and visit one of our social media pages, Facebook or Instagram or both. And make sure to like and subscribe. On our social media, we will be actually posting cool pictures from our episodes and of the miniatures up close. We get a really cool diorama view with the video, but we'll actually get some really cool shots portraying the scenes from our episodes periodically during our off time on social media. Also, we still have a couple more days left after the release of this video. The reward for our giveaway, which is very easy to do. The instructions is basically liking and sharing and commenting, and those instructions will be on our social media, which should be in the comments of the description below. And I think that's That's it. The giveaway, if you need a reminder, is this really cool fire giant, as well as another reward will go to giving somebody 2 decks for magical item cards for your own campaigns. One is a deck that is fully illustrated, that I have illustrated, and the other is the same template, so that you can make your own magical items for your campaigns and give those to your players. Okay, so we just had a little bit of an ambush happen. One of the dwarves is now missing, and I had everybody roll initiative just so that's out of the way. So Emmy, you went to go look, and you can't find your dwarf.
I'm gonna yell out that one of the dwarves is missing, and I will continue to keep looking and hope that I can find him.
Salt hollers back, "Oh, so it's just one of the dwarves. You don't remember their name."
Well, you did forget to introduce everybody to me, so yeah, I did. I did not know his name. Sorry.
So right at that moment, what was your perception score? It was pretty good, I think.
I had a natural 20.
20.
No, it was a 20, not natural, I think.
Yeah.
Because I have... No, it was a 20, I got a 22.
You notice it looks like the ground at the feet of one of the dwarves has lifted up like a lid, and a spider is coming out and has gone in to grab one of the dwarves. So everybody has rolled initiative, and on the scene you actually are starting to see with everybody, if your perception was above a 15, above a 13, raise your hand.
Mine was a 13.
Yeah, that's good.
13 or above.
13 or above. Okay.
I can't remember.
Then you spot some spiders. Giant spiders. There's our spiders. Oh, I gotta put our tunes back on. And there's one popping out of the tree. I'm gonna put him. That doesn't work. Put him up against the tree like this. Yeah. Okay. And then this one is going to go coming out of this tree. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna put our ambiance back up. And we are starting with Thram. You actually get to go this turn here.
Perfect.
You see a spider.
I still have the axe
Just
in my hand that I
grabbed
was using
around.
to chop trees, right?
Yeah. Yep. A hand axe.
Okay, what I'm going to do... I see... Has the spider actually grabbed the dwarf, or it's about to grab him?
He has fully grabbed on, and you. If you ever watch those videos of the funnel spider
Yeah.
coming out and striking, that is 1 second.
Yeah.
And
He's starting to drag him back in at that point, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Then I'll just... Since I have the gauntlet of... that gauntlet of weapons or whatever it's called, I'm just going to basically snap my fingers and have my flail and shield in my hands. And I'll attack it twice.
You also see the dwarf go to sleep. His eyes closed and he goes to sleep.
Okay.
He might be dead.
And then I'm also going to roll for Midnight Flame here.
Now, if you're being careful not to hit the spider, you will roll with disadvantage.
If I'm being careful not to hit the spider or the dwarf.
The dwarf. Thank you. That is an important clarification. I do like to protect spiders in the real world and wildlife, so that was playing over into my fantasy world. Okay.
Would I have advantage with Midnight Flame coming at a different direction? No?
Nope.
Okay. Well...
You can't come at a different direction.
because it's coming out of the ground. That would make sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, well, that's poopy. That's not... Okay, so... Me... Let's see here. So I got a +8, or an 8 to hit.
You need a 15 to hit.
Okay, so neither of these will, from myself, but Midnight will hit. And with the hooves, will it? I can just have her not deal damage to, like, fire damage, you said, correct? We can have them decide if
That
they're
is
gonna...
true. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I won't have her dealing any fire damage because I don't want it to hurt the dwarf. But she will deal. So it's a 19 to hit, and she'll deal 10 physical damage and 15 fire damage to the spider.
Very good. As your mount's Midnight Flame comes in and hoofs the spider, and the side of the abdomen is right as the spider is coming into the ground. A little bit of a burst, a singeing burst, as hot insides gush a little bit from the spider, spraying the area from the impact and the fire. But the spider still, nonetheless, goes back into the earth and into the ground. And it is...
I will yell, watch out from below, because that's where these spiders are coming from.
Right as you holler that, it is now the spider's turn. Emmy, you are subject to an attack from a stealthy... No, what was your perception?
13.
It was a 13.
Okay. From a stealthy spider, which still with advantage tries to bite at your armor, and it just bounces off.
Nice.
Thinking it was like a beetle shell, it is not.
Not quite.
And this spider over here is attacking a dwarf with advantage, and it definitely gets him and pulls him into the ground. I'm going to roll a con save for him, so he'll save for half, but he gets pulled into the ground. Timber. And over to 1, 2, there's this one. This other dwarf by Emmy. Unfortunately, Emmy has a lot of the action right now. And natural 20s the dwarf and pulls the dwarf down into the ground. It pulls the dwarf down into the ground. For those of you who did not hear my whisper roleplay, it is now Nereida's turn. You've heard the cry for alarm, and you have seen 2 spiders pull a dwarf into the earth underground at this time. What's your perception check that you made before?
16.
16? You do spot that there is movement through the tree. Something is attacking your compadre, Arlen, as well.
I'm just gonna hit this one.
Okay, very good. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, you do have enough movement to weave through the trees and melee attack this spider. You will actually have advantage because the spider is between you and Emmy, who will be engaged with it at this time.
Okay. This. And try this. There's from a sneak attack. So it's 13 from my sneak attack. And
You need to do your rapier too.
yeah.
Yeah.
14 from my rapier.
All right.
Then I need to shadow.
With the Shadow Quill still? Very good. You dealt 27 sneak attack damage as you come in and shank the spider from behind with
Does
your
it-
rapier.
13 hit?
You need a 15.
That'd be +7 to hit.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're adding
that's a
the
hit, yeah.
modifier, making it a 20 to hit, dealing 28 points of damage as
Yeah.
Shadow Quill thinks, a tasty morsel. It is a spider, and birds eat spiders, and it bites into the spider and actually yanks out its guts, and you finish off the spider. It is dead. Very good. And we are now moving to Arlen.
Okay, so is there still the spider?
So the spider that bit at you before you've killed, but 2 spiders have gone underground right here and right here. So there's actually, those spiders are both underground.
So I can't technically get to them?
Well, You can try to open the door.
All
It
right.
is a trap door.
Let's do that. That sounds fun. It can only go well, right?
Now, if you're going to heave this, you probably will want to dismount.
I wasn't on my mount. I was.
You are not mounted. That is
Chopping
correct. Okay, so you are next to your mount. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so what would you like to do?
I'm gonna, I guess, try and open one of the doors and see what I can get.
All right.
This can only end well, I think.
Now, if you're lifting the door, you will need both of your hands. It is a big pile of earth that is webbed together, so you won't
Even
be able
with
to.
my powerful build.
With your powerful build, you can maybe open it and open it all the way. Is that what you're going to try to do? Because I can't make any promises until you try it.
Okay, great. We're gonna.
So we're going to athletics check opening the door.
This didn't go well last time. It didn't go well this time. That's a whopping 10.
That's a 10. You stick your hands into it. You don't get a great grip. You do lift it just a little bit, but it slips from out of your hands.
Awesome.
I'll say that spends one of your 2 attacks.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try again. We're gonna not roll that dice. Well, that one was worse. That was a 7.
As you get a good grip in this time, when you pull, you actually just pull a bunch of dirt, and you didn't grab any of the webs, so it wasn't heaved together. And so you just threw dirt up into the air. You're not able to get in at this time.
Cool. Well, I don't know what else I'm gonna do then. That's I'm gonna. Is there any other?
There's a spider that just went underground right here. So right now, all spiders that you can see are underground.
Okay. Well, that's.
But you can make a new perception check to see if you see anything else.
All right, we'll do that because I've been rolling so well. Yeah. Okay.
Your juju,
That's a 5.
your juju is
Something's wrong. I don't know what.
a little off tonight on the dice.
Oh, that's
so far.
rough.
That just means you're going to roll natural 20s the rest of the evening.
Let's keep it like that. Let's hope. Let's
That's how it
really
works.
hope.
Unless they keep going down from here.
I got a 4. I don't know how much lower it can get.
Have you heard of a critical fail?
Let's not. Let's not
Gilby,
bring that up.
Gilby, it is your turn. Now, where you are, for some reason, there are no spiders that have been attacking. But you have seen and glimpsed over and heard calls of alarm to spiders from the ground. What would you like to do at this time? Why don't you first of all make a perception check, because your character would naturally look around, checking for any danger.
Perception is 14.
All right, with your 14, you see Arlen tossing up dirt where she's at, and you see that Thram has just swung and attacked at something on the ground, but you can't see what.
Okay.
Your dwarves kind of look around nervously and look to you and you for direction.
I'll say stay close to either of us, just in case, and I'll start making my way. Well, I'll make my way kind of that way where he was attacking.
To Thram?
Yeah.
Okay. No, your speed is 40.
He is 45.
Okay. If you dash, you can get all the way to that point, if that's what you wish to do.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of, and I'll tell, and yeah.
Now these guys the dwarves actually rolled really good on initiative. Very surprising for a dwarf, but it must be the fear that is inspiring them to move quickly and stay close to you.
And then I'll hold my action since Sophie's the one that dashed. So.
Very good. Now at the end.
Oh yeah, I would have teleported on top of Sophie.
Oh yes, right.
So
We're
actually,
just
never
not-
mind. I didn't know my action.
So that's your bonus action.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
Okay, then can I hold
For the teleport.
can I hold the rest of my action, or how does that
No,
work?
you
Well,
use your action because it's still a bonus action.
You still have your action, yes. If you wish to do something at this time, a preparatory spell, I don't know.
Okay. Well, would my lance? I always forget to do that. Would I be able to put a cantrip inside my lance cantrip?
I will say that you guys can come preloaded after a
Okay.
long rest with a
Okay.
cantrip of your
Never
choice.
mind.
You just need to make that decision ahead of time.
Yeah,
but yes.
Okay. Well, actually, I'll ask you. I'll see. Where did the spider go? Because didn't you attack one?
I can't say anything until it's my turn, though. So you can ask that, but I'll respond in time.
Very good. Very good.
And then I'll just kind of shoot in the direction with my crossbow where he.
You shoot at the ground? Okay.
Yeah, I'll shoot kind of where
Go
he
ahead.
was.
Make your attack roll.
That is.
Zoom cool.
16.
If you're 16, it sticks into the ground. You're like, take that, dirt!
Yeah.
Hey, is there an earth elemental under there? It is now Zulkul's turn.
Okay. Is Gran still near me?
Gran is between you and Sobek. He is nervously trying to stay away from Sobek's massive tail.
I am going to grab Graham and put him on my mount.
Oh, very good. Okay,
So
that'll be
now
your
I have
action.
Me.
Let's see how you do with your strength lifting a dwarf.
They're hefty.
They're
I'm gonna
all
say he's a good 240 pounds
Oh, come on.
without armor.
That is a 10.
With your 10, you heave at Graham, who that's a cocked die. There we go. Who gets the idea, but says, "Oh, you poor lad," and he starts to climb up, but it'll be his next turn to climb up.
Okay. So that'll be my
He
action.
may still need
Poor
some help
boy.
because he's a short fellow, and Zeta doesn't have Zeta's.
I'm gonna
still
have
big.
Zeta, with her movement, just move so she goes prone, basically.
Okay.
Making it easier for the dwarf to
Very
go.
good. He'll easily mount on his turn with you.
Okay. And
Alright.
I will have Zeta hold her action because there's nothing else that we can do at this point. I don't see
Okay.
anything that is
Right.
worth my time to attack, and I use my action helping him up, so I can't
That's a
cast
good idea.
anything, so. There you go.
There's another dwarf on the ground. He kind of gets a little extra nervous as he's like, I'm more of a target now. And it is now Thram's turn.
I'm gonna do the same thing that she did. I'm gonna try and lift up the
Hopefully better.
lid, the trap door. I critically failed the first time.
You know, I think that's karma, honestly.
You
Yeah,
get
it
down,
really
you
is.
stick your hands in, and you do the same thing, and you throw up a bunch of dirt. A little bit gets in your eye with your critical fail. You have one more attack if you want to use that to make the attempt again.
There we go. That's a little bit better. So athletics,
Yes.
17.
With your 17, you actually manage to grab onto the web, and it's not very sticky because it's been rolled around and weaved into dirt. So most of the stickiness is gone. And you actually use it like rope to lift it open. And with your 17, it's a big heave from you, but you open it all the way and you see dark spider legs with its back facing towards you at this time.
And I will have midnight attack the back end. Let's see. Oh, that's actually not bad at all. So that's definitely going to hit, and she'll do another 10 bludgeoning damage, then 15 fire damage. With her fiery hooves.
She comes in and she stomps ferociously, scared of the spider a little bit.
She.
It
It is a she.
is a she.
It is a she.
Oh, wonderful.
There's
And
she's, there's he's,
there's two she's. I thought there was only one before. There are two she's, she mounts, and yes, the guts kind of spray up and splatter again, and the your nightmare comes out of it, not liking being in a tunnel, and she comes out of it, Midnight Flame, and you see the spider is just motionless. That the legs are splattered and flattened. You don't think there's any life there anymore. It's not wheeling around in retaliation.
Perfect.
Or hiding. Yes. Next up, it is the spiders. I'm gonna clear this spider, and okay. This time, out of this log comes two smaller giant spiders. It might be off camera right now, but it won't be next turn. And a couple more over here come out of this log. And one drops from this tree and skitters around, and then another bigger spider drops out of this tree, and it makes its way towards Emmy as well as this one. Now I'm going to start with the dwarves over here. We're each going to get attacked by one of these smaller spiders. Both dwarves get bit, and both dwarves take a little bit of damage. It's going to be 7. Alright, and then over to Emmy. Right as you flip up dirt and as the dust cloud dissipates, you see 2 spiders making their way towards you. Now the big one gets a natural 20.
Awesome.
I feel like I'm picking on you every episode.
I think I've died almost every episode. I didn't even like the pretty cool ones.
And okay, so
Let's keep it going. Let's keep the trend going. Let's see how long I'm gonna last.
Okay, this is not something you want to be critted by. Make a Constitution saving throw. Please make it. You need a 15.
Nope.
Not even
Okay.
close.
Okay, you are going to
10,
take,
right?
my friend.
I got
We may not be friends after tonight. I'm
Awesome.
so sorry. Because you are not mounted, you are a target, and with a crit, you will take 90 points of poison damage, and you will take 15 points of piercing. So you take 115.
I think she's like dead.
I'm like dead.
Okay, you collapse to the ground, stiff. And the other spider bites at you too for good measure.
Shiz.
You guys just saw the mighty Amazonian fling up dirt, 2 spiders pounce, charge through the dust cloud, and then as the dust cloud is dissipated, the 2 spiders are now webbing up Emmy.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no one to heal me.
You might as well start re-rolling a new character.
Yeah, I had a couple d6s here. Might as well.
It is now. That is certainly enough points of damage to kill you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm dead.
It
She
is
is
now
dead.
Gilby's turn.
My turn?
As soon
Yes,
as
sir.
that 90 left,
Okay.
there's nothing like, yeah,
I
she's
see
dead.
that
No,
she's...
it's the spiders that are still going.
Yeah.
The spiders were still going, but they've all gone. All the spiders that are active on the field at this
Gotcha.
time have gone.
No, he's
Okay,
so
seeing that
dead.
she goes down, I'll head that way to
Okay.
go help.
Okay.
I would have been the only one that could like heal myself or anything, but here we are.
All right. So your 45 is going to
That's
get
cool.
you there,
It's okay.
and
That's
you have enough reach with the lance, but you have your javelin equipped, which is a reach of 10 feet, and from your height, that's just not going to cut. So, but Sobi has a reach, I think. Is that right, or is that? I think she has an extra reach, but I think they're still a little bit far. If you make an athletics check,
Okay.
need a 10, so just add that strength.
7. So yeah.
You got it.
90, that
Yeah,
would've killed me
okay.
outright,
So
but,
you're able to reach either spider.
So that one... So Sobek can do a bite and a tail attack, so would he be able to attack both or just one?
Just one. You can only
Okay.
reach just one.
Okay, so he'll bite.
what do we even do for the rest of
That's...
this fight?
We'll still make...
What do we do?
Your mount.
You have mount against still fight.
Your mount can go.
11.
Yep. All right. I'm a horse
she
now.
does. 11.
With your 11,
That's a miss, probably.
You are just a horse now?
I'm just a horse.
It-
I have become a horse.
That's a miss, right?
11
That's
unfortunately
my new
misses.
Okay.
character is just a
Sobi
horse.
snaps at the spider, and the spider lets go of Arlen's body at this time, dodging out of the way. And yeah,
Okay, and then
I think that's it, because you could only reach the one spider, and you can't tail and bite the same target.
right. Can I? Is switching to another weapon?
Well, that's a
With a
bonus
bonus.
action.
So you can switch and...
Okay, I would switch to
That's
the
true.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I would have the crossbow because I shot it.
I was thinking
Initially.
if I had resurrection.
Yeah.
Then you use your bonus action
You
to
know if it
reload.
does.
No.
It
This
has
is
more
this
rounds.
is a 4-round. Yes.
So I'll shoot a crossbow at it.
His horse
Awesome.
can...
You can do that.
With his unicorn.
That's 15. That's exactly 15.
No, he probably couldn't.
So
Never know. Unicorn
it'll
is
get
actually
1d10. Hold on a second.
Oh, well, that was cool. We don't have. I'm a paladin. I'm the closest thing I have to a healer.
Where's my d10?
You are, but also one of your mounts is.
He's not here.
He's not here.
Yeah.
So I'm the
got
closest
his
thing we have
face
to a
torn
healer
off.
as of right now. And I am.
Unless one of the dwarves is a druid.
They're not.
They're not.
That's not
Steve's just like,
how
they're not. No.
9.
And
You take
half of them are dead anyway,
9
so.
damage.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's been a cool 2 episodes, guys.
That
Just no
spider
one
is
on here.
hurting with
Yeah,
the
it's rough,
arrow
dude.
sticking out of it right now. And
Should have just been my character. I'm immune to poison.
we are going to Narita
I'm
as your
immune to
turn.
disease, but not poison. So.
Narita, and then Arlen, your horse, your
All
mount.
right. Yeah.
Now this, now you see a spider here and a spider
I got
here
Steve.
that you can leap
Did
and
you?
glide
Yeah,
down
got it.
to attack
Yeah,
if
did
that's
you
what
pick
you
up-
would like to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
You will have
it's the
advantage
last
because
turn.
Yeah,
Sobi
this is the second turn
is
we're
flanking.
Yes, you just went. It's my turn.
You're attacking.
Cool is.
uh,
it's my turn actually.
It's his turn.
It's actually not your turn because I actually skipped 2 people before between Gilby. Somehow I did that. So
whip.
I tried to
okay.
keep it off the camera, but I
Sorry,
made a
my
mistake.
bad. It
And
happens.
it's actually Narita's turn. I was correcting myself.
It's all good. It happens.
No, it's a D12. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
that's 10.
that's- Okay. Okay, 24 damage
You
from my sneak attack and my rapier.
you stab it and it squirms and then curls in its legs. It is
What's
dead.
that gonna do?
There is one more smaller spider that your bird can attack without advantage actually on this one.
Okay,
That's just
give us a
Scooby-Doo.
hit.
Excellent.
Shadow Quill.
And Shadow Quill just gobbles it right up and swallows it whole because it's not that big
No,
compared
my dice are a
to
little.
Shadow Quill. So Shadow Quill,
Apparently, I'm the
Eats it.
problem. I think that's what I've learned.
You can say that again.
and it is now Arlen's horse's turn. Sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. Your mighty red mare may go.
I mean, you can try and hit someone with a horse if you want.
Okay. Let's see.
Azrael, avenge me!
I didn't even get a chance to say that, man.
No, I know.
I just got snuffed out
That's your,
like a
that's
light.
your voice from the grave.
We'll say that. Yeah, that's good.
No, man.
I'm gonna just. Is there room for me to go over where the 2 spiders are?
Your
and my
horse can
horses?
fly, so there's actually no spiders out on the field again.
Okay.
Narita finished off.
Then I'm going to have Azrael fly over to the other 2 dwarves over there that are being attacked
Yes,
and try and protect them.
that's true. I forgot about those. Okay. With her crazy fast speed, she's able to actually make it over there and attack.
It's a. Where's the plus to hit?
Plus 4.
You need a
That's a-
13 for these guys.
It's a 20 to hit. So
Alright.
then one of them's gonna take 25 damage total. 10 physical, 15 fire.
Azrael comes in from flying,
Yeah, plus my aura.
flying over the dwarves,
Then you're gonna hit the dwarves.
and then
So then
and
not the
then
aura.
and then smashing, completely smashing and killing one of the 2 smaller giant spiders with his hooves. It is now Zulkul's turn.
Okay.
Oh, and I will say, Gran on his turn was able to make it with your help from before, with lying prone, to climb the top of Zeta.
Okay. I am going to. Let's see. When that was happening, I didn't see. No, well, we're. Yeah, I'm pretty far from any of the action right now, right?
Kind of, depending on what you want to do. So the only spider that's on the surface is over by Azrael, and it's not a very strong one. There was some attacking of the ground right here in this spot.
I killed that spider though.
And that spider has been killed.
I am going to have Zeta use her movement to dash over to where this is. So that's 80.
Yes. Zeta hurries and gallops quickly and gets to the location in the middle.
Okay. I will unmount, and I will pick up your body. Wait, is your body still on your horse?
No.
No.
I
will
was not
pick
on
up.
my
Okay,
horse.
then I will pick
She
up.
is on the ground and she is completely stiff and a little bit bloated. It looks like her in her face.
Yum.
As a Yonti, would I be able to suck the poison out of the wound?
Are you trying to do a medicine check or something?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know that she's completely dead, but
All right.
I'm
So you
gonna try to help
want
as
to
much as I can.
dismount and try to suck poison out?
Yes. Since I'm immune to poison, I might as well. I know poison really well, as it is in my nature.
I mean, you can try this if that's what you want to do, but you make her bleed further too. What do you want to do? There's I mean, you can suck at the wound, I guess, without making her bleed. So, okay, is that what you want to try to do then?
Yeah, at
Okay.
least.
Make a medicine check.
Medicine.
I feel like this is like a record or something. It seems familiar, you know? Did you critically fail?
Oh, I got a 2.
Ah, good.
With
good,
your
good.
2, you get a little droplet out, but it's so swollen, it's hard to get circulation out. That is your turn, unless there's anything else you wish for your mount to do. Your mount's already dashed though.
Yeah. No, I will just use nothing.
Thram, it is
Yeah,
your
that's it.
turn.
Well, I'm gonna make a perception check to see if I can see where the other spiders went. That might. 16.
I'll give you advantage since you kind of know what to look for, having just been up close and personal.
That's still better. So 16 plus 5 is
Okay.
21.
You're able to spot that there's a couple of these trapdoors right here as well.
Okay. Then I will head over there and I will try and. Actually,
Okay.
perception check, is that going
No.
to use my action?
No.
No.
So you will need to remount if you want movement to get over there. So you want to
But
do
that'd use my action too, though, huh?
or you can use half of your movement speed, you and your mount's movement speed to do that.
Okay, I'll do that. And then
Okay,
head over
so you
there.
have 45. You have 45 feet, which can get you right to the point. Yeah,
Okay, and then I can use my bonus action to dismount,
you can.
and I'll flip open the door.
All right, let's. If you still have an action, then you can do that.
Definitely not on that one. Definitely not on that one.
So you heave
critically failed on
and,
the last
and you,
one.
you pull and
Mordred in
you
the
break a
eyes.
strand, and then you pull and you break a strand of web. You're not getting a very strong grip.
Does my mount still has an action too, though, right?
Your mount still has an action.
Okay, what I'll have her do is I'll have her just trample at the trapdoor and see if she can just start breaking it apart at that point.
Okay. See what happens.
Yeah, that's over 20 to hit. So she'll do 10 points of bludgeoning and 15
She's
points
pushing
of fire.
it in. It kind of looks like what would happen if you took a cork and took a hammer and started hitting it with a hammer, because it's a squishy, solid but squishy substance, and it's not.
Would the fire start to burn any of the web?
She can. If you want her to allow her fires to go, she can burn up the webs. You might collapse
Well,
the
the-
tunnel, but
Her hooves do fire damage no matter what.
I would have that work either way because it's still her fire.
That's true, so I don't know if I want
That's
her
on
to
her.
do that, huh? Well,
But
she already did it, so...
Okay, so she burned out the top of the webs, and she's been hitting it, so the top layer of webbing is burnt up. You imagine that where there's no oxygen, where it's tight, and underneath it's still webbed, but at the top they are burnt off.
Okay.
For whatever that is worth to you. Next up is the spiders. This spider over here is going to use its action to disengage and go into this back into this log, and you see one of the doors looks inflamed and swollen and not very good. As
I don't
Rail's
see anything,
horse
but
will
the
see
horse
it.
sees something.
Yes, for whatever that's worth it to the horse.
I don't think the horse can
The
get
horse doesn't like spiders. Who likes spiders?
You...
Besides me. So we're not talking about me. We're talking about you guys. All right. So on the spider's turn, None of them are surfacing anymore, it seems. So, Nareda, what would you like to do? There's one more little spider over here, and then you have a friend who's appears to be dead on the ground. And you know that
And you see him sucking.
he was trying to lift open a trapdoor, and then his red mare horse burnt off the webbing off of the top of one of the trapdoors. That is all that is happening in your area. If you don't know what to do, you're welcome to hold your action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay. Arlen, your horse may pursue that spider.
Okay.
Azrael.
Might as well do that. Yeah.
So Azrael, with fiery vengeance, charges the last spider on the surface.
I was actually thinking about doing that. Can I reach the spider, like, with
Yeah.
the hooves?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just...
Your
That's
your
not
red
gonna
mare
hit.
is crazy fast and can reach almost anything.
Well,
Well, it's a
that's
smaller
fine.
spider. Maybe.
It's an 11 to hit. I don't
It
think
needs
that's
a
gonna
13.
hit.
You need a 13. Okay.
Yep.
So Azrael strikes out and collapses some of the rotten log and crushes some of it, but the spider is still dodging. Yes. Okay. So next up, it is Gilby's turn.
Mine.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I'll hop down and I'll grab one of my potions and see if it'll help. How it's
Arlen?
Arlen.
I feel bad you guys are wasting all this stuff.
So I'll kind of put a potion to see if it'll help or anything.
You put it in, and when you put the potion starts to empty, you see it's just filling up her mouth. She probably will choke her at this stage because she's so swollen and stiff. There's not a very good entry for it. So
Okay.
you probably want to do something about that.
Just pour
So why don't you
into
make a
the
medicine check and see if you know how to handle this.
Man. That's gonna be bad. But
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah!
Did you get a 10?
5.
Okay. You're like, you panic a bit, not knowing what to do.
Cover her mouth
as
and
you're
spit.
You didn't critically
Swallow.
fail. Zulcool, what would you like to do? You're seeing this happen and watching in terror as her mouth is just full
I'm gonna
of
try another medicine
potion.
check.
Yes. You need a 10, sir.
Oh my gosh, it's 2 again! What the fuck?
She's.
Oh
I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna
There's just
try-
panic and
I'm
chaos.
just dead, like...
No, you have.
No, the universe wants this character
Yeah.
to not
I'm
exist
gonna
anymore,
try
I
to.
think.
Okay.
I will have Zeta.
Okay.
There's
Then you
nothing on
win.
the surface again, right?
No, medicine.
Medicine.
What did you get for your medicine check, Narita, who held her action? Yeah, you got past 10. So you get down and you kind of push the guys out of the way, and you tilt Arlen on her side and hit her back so that she kind of knock out the solution of healing from her mouth. So in theory, if she's alive, that she could breathe. Well, what did you get on your medicine check?
I got 21.
Okay. With your 21, which is extremely good, you notice that that she is breathing a little bit, just barely.
I'm gonna give her
Try and knock
another healing potion.
You're gonna do the same thing that he did.
What
Yeah,
did
remember
it-
she.
So you know with your medicine check that
But
a
I
healing
have the one
potion
that made with
right now
love.
is not very good. But you had the one made with love, so you get it out and you're like, oh, we tried that. You're not too sure what more to do on your own at this
Okay.
time. Okay. Next up, it is Zeta was about to go.
There's nothing that Zeta can do.
There's
nothing
two
out-
trap doors.
You saw that I was trying to lift a trapdoor up and that my mount was beating a trapdoor as well.
I will have Zeta burrow enough under the trapdoor, not actually go in the trapdoor, but right next to it, to get into the cave system that's beneath it and attack whatever's in there with the
Okay.
with just a whole thing of lightning in there. Let's just do it.
But
Zeta
there's
Zeta
dwarves
burrows a hole.
there.
There's a dwarf in there.
There's
And-
at least one, if not more
and,
dwarves in there.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Zeta lets forth lightning
We
and
don't care.
vaporizes a dwarf and a spider.
Homie.
Zeta loves me, not anybody else.
She also has a dwarf on her back.
The dwarf doesn't know there's a dwarf in
I
there.
think the dwarf
He
does know
probably
there's a
does.
dwarf in there.
The dwarf is jumping off immediately as soon as burrowing starts happening.
True.
Gran. Yes. Okay. Yeep.
Some last
Which one did she go after? The one that I was trying to trample in?
Yes.
Okay.
So there is one more trap door
Perfect. That one worked.
near there.
Oh,
it is
beautiful.
now
And not so beautiful.
Thram. It is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to the other trapdoor. I rolled a 25 to open it.
Very good.
And then I natural 20 on my attack. Is opening it just a full action, even though I have 2 attacks? Either way is fine.
It's one attack.
Okay, so I still have an attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I natural 20 on my attack, which I need to roll for. So 12 plus 16 damage to the spider
All right.
with my flail. And then Midnight comes in to attack, and she misses horribly. She got a critical fail.
Okay. Well, the tunnel has enough room for one person, so only you and an attacked.
Okay.
Okay, because your red mare wouldn't have been able to fit.
Okay. Fair enough, then she did not miss horribly because she wasn't even attacking.
Spider turns around and back into a corner, comes forward, and it bites and attacks you. And it gets a natural 20.
You shouldn't have said that so fast, Steve, because I was going to shield anyway. But I can't now.
It wouldn't matter. With a natural 20, your spider gets past your defenses and your armor and pierces right by your neck with its natural 20. And it deals
Wish you'd bust a lot of
Con
90
save, though.
points of poison damage. You can make a con save. What did
And
you
I
get?
got a 20. Not natural,
Okay.
but a 20.
You save for half, which is actually bringing you to, it was actually 45. So, and then you will also suffer another 10 points of piercing damage.
So 55. So I've got 9 hit points. Oh, wait, no, I've got, because we all had some bonus hit points from our meals. So,
Oh, that's true.
69 minus 50. 55. Yeah. So, alright.
Okay. Very good. Next up, it is the spiders who just went, and Narada. It is your turn. One of your companions went into the tunnel, but there's not like good room to fit in there with him.
I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay. Arlen, your horse is looking around at that spider still and he'll make another attack.
17.
Azrael with fiery vengeance smashes the other spider and kills it.
Good. That's
The rest of the campaign you can just play Azrael.
I will just be a horse,
Work on your horse noises.
That is tempting. I don't know if I want to be a horse girl, though. That seems like a little dicey.
And
It
it is
People are probably into that.
it is it is now Gilby's turn. Yes. Now Gilby, you don't really have access to the spider unless you want to see if Sobek can dig or something.
No, well, I'm just gonna. Well, I'm gonna see if anybody knows what to do with.
Okay.
If any of the dwarves have encountered this before since they've been here.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll say that. I'll say, do any of you dwarves know what to do with this poison or anything? Because we need to help her.
Let me make some rolls real quick. Well, she looks like she might be dead, but if there's a chance that she's alive, then maybe the poison will just wear off on its own with time. I don't know, really. This is a first.
Okay.
This also can remove poison. So has lesser restoration. We can't use it.
Next up, it is Zuku.
I have a question, Steve. As my pact with the Hexblade Black Razor, I would like to actually say, Patron Black Razor, please save her. I think she would be willing to come to our side if you are able to provide her with a soul.
I don't know how many patrons I'm allowed to have.
You'd have to oath break as a paladin.
Make a Arcana check to see if you can commune with your patron.
Poopy. That is an 11.
At this time, silence. You don't hear anything.
Zito will
Yeah.
continue to burrow into the next cave system and see if he sees more spiders.
Okay. He burrows forward from his position and literally will run into the spider so he can make his attack. Her attack. Yes.
So if you electrocute me, man, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
No,
good.
she's biting.
Good.
That is going to be freaking. Yeah, that's well over. That's about. What is that? That's 19. Yeah.
With your 19, she bites into it and
Okay.
Bites
It will take 39
Bites,
points
yeah.
of damage. 19 piercing, 20 lightning damage.
with the nastiest bite of the group with the lightning, you're able to bite into the spider and actually not bite all the way through it on one bite, but the lightning just fries what was left of the spider and it is dead. And then Zeta shakes it for good measure, like a good dog, and then she crawls out with the spider and then drops it at your feet.
Perfect. Good. See.
You see like the earth burst next to you, Thram, and this big old dinosaur head, dragon head, bites onto the spider, electrocutes it. The dark ground lights up with lightning, and it drags it back out of its hole as it backs up. Right after getting bit, yeah, it gets pulled off you, and yes.
Nice.
And all of these spiders are dead at this time.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna heal myself. I've got 4 healing potions, and I'm gonna use them all right now.
Okay, so Thram starts going to work, drinking. He looks really, really bloated. He's like not really fitting in his armor. Like his neck is like, it's like swollen against the metal plates.
You look like the girl from Charlie.
He
and the
sounds
Chocolate
really
Factory.
weird. The girl from
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
yes, a little bit.
Violet. Yep. it's Violet.
22,
Yeah, not doing so good.
24,
And he's a little bit stiff in his movement.
30.
He's just drinking his potions.
And I'll just say we should probably get Erlen
Right after we learn her name.
back
believe
to
it.
back to the
You got
city
it.
as quickly as possible to see if anybody can help her.
The dwarves seem very willing to help. They're like, oh, we can put her on a cart. More comfortable than draped over the back of a horse, probably.
Yeah, we
And
can.
so you're taking off cloaks, and they're all
There we
pitching
go.
in to help. And there's a... How many health points did you recover?
I'm back up to 52.
Back up to 52.
Yeah, because I used that and then my second wind.
You were feeling much better
Yeah.
after
Not quite so bloated.
a bit of a break, and yes, a bed of cloaks is made on one of the hand carts, and you are laid in it on top of some lumber.
Nice.
And yes, the dwarves are anxious to. They say, well, what should we do? We didn't quite meet our quota yet. Should we should take her back, or should we split up? What should we do?
What is left to make your quota? Just curious.
Well, we were supposed to retrieve as much wood as we can. We probably have to either us come back or another group goes back to get wood tomorrow. But we were supposed to get as much as we could today while the sun's up. The sun will come down in another couple of hours, and we need to be out of here because we don't know if the undead We're way too close to that thing, and they point up at the big
4 times.
black sphere
Has not rolled
of
anything
gloom
else.
breach.
Well, I don't think she has a couple of hours extra, so I think we need to go back now. I think they'll be understanding if we don't meet quota today, but
Or one of us, if one of us takes her in the rest state to protect, we can do that as well.
Give me a moment longer. I'm going to make another Arcana check to try to commune with my. With that
I have an
Dark
idea
Razor.
actually.
Oh my gosh, that's even that.
Is it a 2 again?
No,
Oh.
that is going to be an 8.
Which I'll see if Azrael will listen to me. I'll be like, I'll talk to Azrael and see if Azrael is okay taking her and a dwarf back and flying, just her and a dwarf, so that she can get the help she needs, and a dwarf can help explain what's going on since Azrael can't.
He is a horse.
Make an animal handling check, disadvantage.
Still isn't too bad. That's a 10.
Okay, Azrael kind of nods his head.
Okay.
So.
Then I'll say, don't worry about it. I need a dwarf to volunteer to go back with her, but Azrael will take you.
All the doors look extremely reluctant.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I want to
and I'll
try
just
one
be
more
like-
Arcana check.
And I'll just say, while
I
he's
really
doing that, I'll just say,
Break
she
her own.
she may have given her life for you. The least one of you could do is go back so that we can help do what we came here to do, but also so that we can help hopefully save her life. Is no one really willing to help out with
Make
that?
a persuasion check.
You think I'm doing? I'm gonna roll one more time.
Persuasion, that's an 8.
Ah, what?
Did you roll
It's
the
like-
same thing?
It literally does
I
not
rolled
want
an
you to
8
break
for
up.
persuasion.
No, that's another 8.
The dice don't want me to live or break my oaths. That's what I've learned today. So that's really good to know.
Salt says she should be fine. Just let her rest. My obligation is to the town first. I'm sorry, but I'm here to chop wood. And
If none of you are willing to go back, we will all go back with her and you will be left defenseless. What would you prefer? Our obligation is to help you and we are more than willing to do that, but we ask that you help us as well.
the dwarves begin to turn around a little bit. They don't want to look you in the eye, and they are just staring at the ground.
All
I'll
right.
say I can go. I can go. No worries. You guys can protect. I'll take her on Sobek and head back.
I already tried 3 times. So.
How fast is Sobek?
45.
My horse is way faster.
Her horse is faster. So if Sobek will listen to one of us, if not, it will not be better for you to go
I was like,
because it will slow it down more than anything.
Salt says, "Why don't you take your friend and
Yeah.
take her on your horse? We don't ride those creatures."
All right, I'll go back with her and my horse and her horse.
Okay. All right, you pick up Arlen, and she is very, very stiff. She
Rigor mortis.
What I'll try and do is I'll try and create a litter between both of the horses so that since she's stiff, it would probably be better not having her
you want
sitting
to create
on
a
horse.
create a litter right now for the horses. What do you mean? Like what?
Like with cloaks and other things and rope, make a litter between both of them so when we're flying she can be laying in between the horses instead of me trying to hold her up while I'm flying the horse.
Okay, it would take some time to do that, but you're welcome to make a survival check and
well, if
Crap,
it takes
take
some
the time.
time, I'm
19.
gonna oath break her one more time.
19.
Ah, okay, 15. Any good on that one?
I got a 19 on my survival check as well. Steve.
okay. You spend a good 20 plus minutes crafting.
You're
the
really
litter,
just determined, man.
and, you're able to. What was your survival check again?
19.
19. You're able to craft a good sturdy litter that she's able to be supported in. With your communion to your patron, you haven't really had a conversation with your patron much at this time in your early development as a warlock, and you hear in your mind, she is claimed and she is taken. That's it.
Shucks.
Okay, so Thrum, you take off with Azrael between the two of you. No, Azrael is the horse, and
Yes.
Arlen.
Yep.
you the A is the confusing portion of this, and head towards Tide Town, flying. I'm gonna make a little die roll. Okay, the litter holds up very, very well as you guys make it even through the air and the flying, and her arms are you tie
She's
it
like
down.
Superman.
You tie it into the litter
I'm just
so that
laughing.
she's
It
very
just
sturdy
failed.
and
I just
stable,
go plummeting.
making it to Tide Town.
Okay.
While all this is happening, back to you guys. You are just standing watch as the dwarves go back to work. They're a bit grim and somber as they are working to gather wood. That's kind of
Be like, well, that's right. I'm speaking to myself out loud, and then I will look at the dwarves and I'll be like, well, if we must meet quota, let us meet quota. And I will now attempt to help them chop down wood so we can get out of here as fast as we can.
Sobek just whip with his tail.
Sobek wouldn't even need to do that. Sobek is a huge sized creature, and there are plenty of trees that, like Zeta, he can just push over
Okay.
and then some. So
Yeah.
yes.
So Zeta will
At least
also be
with smaller
assisting with
trees.
that. So I don't know what you want. Do you want us to roll anything for
Let's
that?
have both of your mounts roll using and just add their modifier of their not their saving throw, just their strength modifier.
That is a 24.
25.
You guys actually get a lot of wood and fill up the hand carts. One of the dwarves gets the idea of loading up a hand cart a little bit extra and then tying it to Sobek, and another one tied and up to Zeta, and then you guys are able to tie bundles of sticks and heap them on top of your mounts as well, and go towards the river, go east towards the river, where you then untie all the lumber that was tied down and start tossing them into the river, where the river takes them south to the mouth where the lumber is to be collected by members of the town and the sea elves. Okay, as this is done, Thrum, you arrive there and you... What are you seeking out?
A healer.
A healer. So no one walks around with a sign that says.
I'll go to
healer,
the mayor's
but
office,
There's you know that
actually.
there's temples that will have statues and be visible as you are flying above the city. You're definitely
Okay,
able to spot.
then I'll do that. Actually,
Okay.
I'll fly to one of the temples.
You see
Maybe a Bilbonos
actually
temple.
a dwarvish statue of
That I would
Moradin
probably
that you
recognize.
recognize because
Yeah.
your upbringing, and you go in. You land at a temple, and you have a bit of alarm as your horses have landed onto the docks, but nothing too severe or harsh right now. People are seeing you take a motionless body and take it to the temple, and out walks a couple of dwarves who say, "What happened?"
We were out by request of the mayor guarding
I'm
some...
sorry, I need to change this. What happened?
It's a Bilbo or no? I should know that. But anyway, sorry. We were out by request of the mayor guarding some dwarves and helping them chop down wood so we can get wood for Tide Town. And we're ambushed by spiders and...
I don't
one-
need your life history. What happened?
She got bit by a
to
spider.
this?
She's poisoned somehow. I got poisoned as well, but I am doing okay, but she's not.
I see.
As you can tell.
Both the very old white-bearded dwarf and the younger blonde dwarf begin to check and poke at the skin of our Arlen's cheeks to watch the poison density. Okay, and they say, oh, she a poison good, very, very good, very bad for her, very, very bad.
Yeah.
They're checking, but she are breathing, which is a good thing.
Is there anything that you can do to help? Or
Yes,
is it just,
we will make her comfortable. And they drag Arlen inside and take her to a cot and put some nice padding and pillows on it, and taking off Arlen's armor, okay, because You swollen, you should not be in armor.
No.
And if you can't breathe, you shouldn't be in armor. So
The more you know.
she starts to breathe a little bit better as time has gone by and armor is no longer being constricted to the swollen body. And you see her breathing, but she is dead asleep. She will sleep for a good long time.
All right, then I'll just give them 20 gold, and I'll be like, if it costs more than this, I will be back. But I need to go back and make sure that my friends and the dwarves have the protection that they need in case this happens again.
We thank you for your patronage, but no payments necessary.
I insist.
But we accept a donation. Yes.
Then I'll donate.
Very good. Blessing
your
of
name?
Moradin upon you. I am Billborn the Waterbeard.
Bill Bourne.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll a hit.
Billborn, though.
I'm gonna see.
You might have heard of him. I'll let you roll with advantage because of your upbringing, actually.
Ooh, 1 extra point. So that is a 13 instead of a 12.
With your 13, you're like, that kind of sounds familiar. I remember hearing about a cleric dwarf who was a drinking buddy of our dwarf king some years ago, Brunor Battleaxe.
I'll mention that it's like.
But it's
We'll
kind of
have
an
to-
obscure reference for you.
I'll be like, we'll have to talk when I get back. I was raised by dwarves, and I think you might have known our king at one point.
Oh, it is true. All of us dwarves know each other.
Does Brunor sound familiar?
Brunor Battleaxe.
Yes.
Oh yes, he likes the holy water. Yes.
A little too much, but we'll catch up later. I apologize, but I must be going.
Very good. We will take care of her.
Thanks, Bill Borno. I appreciate
We are
it.
cooking up a pizza in the inner sanctum of our temple.
Brunor mentioned you make very good pizza. I had no idea what it was, but he explained it, and it sounded very tasty.
Bigger woman, we make a bigger pizza.
Some true homies, really.
Man,
Okay.
you might need to call. Is there a Papa John's over here? Anyway,
But we very busy.
Father John.
We must leave now. My young apprentice, you stay. You watch her. I need to go attend to the ceremony. And he
pizza
starts
ceremony?
walking you. He starts walking you out of the temple with him. Come, you come and watch. You come and watch the funeral rites with us.
I unfortunately can't. I have to go and make sure that more people aren't injured.
Oh, very good. Be
But we will
well.
be back. Thank you.
Be well. Yes.
And then I'll turn to
Blessing
Az-
of Amaradin with you. And he makes an M with his hands.
Any special benefits with that blessing?
With your donation, I give you 1 temporary HP blessing to you.
Temporary HP.
Yes,
Nice.
you feel a slight boost to your health.
Nice. My neck isn't quite so swollen now. And then I will tell Azrael that he should stay close, but that she is being taken care of.
Azrael disappears from this plane of existence and kind of shakes his head as he is not very comfortable being so close to a temple, and disappears.
Odd.
Yeah.
And then I'll jump back on Midnight Flame and go on back.
You jump on a midnight flame and bolt like a bat out of the 9 hells because you guys are in a hurry
Doesn't like
to get back to your friends.
Temple either.
And you guys are headed down south, where you get back on your boats, and the dwarves who were kind of making fun of you guys for not working said, "Thank you, really, thank you so much for your help. We got a lot of lumber, and we're terribly sorry about your friend. As dwarves."
There was one that died. One of yours that died as well, right?
Well, at least he freaking annihilated one.
Zapped him.
Yeah, we're not very happy with that. We are taking his body back with us, and he will be in the funeral.
I'll say here for some costs, and I'll give 50 gold
Oh wow!
to.
They nod their thanks to you, and they says, "Well, we will have a wake tonight." As that was That was weird.
Casualties of war is what I say. You get no money from me. This is life.
We don't expect any money from you, Purifier. The dwarves are not very pleased at that. They go back to rowing. Some of them look like they're really biting their tongue, but they're warm to you and for your openness and kindness.
And I'll say, show some respect.
Just be like, one of us have fallen because of the dwarves. And it is an occupational hazard. You do not see me crying tears.
Can you even do
Can
that?
you? Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Well, to be fair, my people don't have feelings, so I don't know what you expect.
Do I need to roll a perception check to see if I see them coming back?
Not yet. One of the dwarves blurts out salt. He says, "I'm not surprised to hear that, Snake Man. Cold species."
Indeed, that's why we sit in the sun. Cold-blooded.
As you guys are rowing and you guys start to make some progress, and you kind of spot them in the distance, but Salt says, "You may not last long with an attitude like that, Snake Man." And as you guys are kind of in a tense situation, you guys hear, and you guys see a series of fiery glowing arrows, and the contrasting as these orange lights against a blue and purple sky as they begin to, these arrows fly from Tidetown and start to fall and land. Thankfully you're out of range. Start to fall and land onto rowboats or rafts in most of the cases here. Series of rafts start to come aflame as these fire arrows are ceremoniously sailing off out into the ocean for the dead that have fallen from the battle before. And you're a little bit alarmed as you're seeing fire arrows, but it wasn't really in your direction as you were headed straight for the party. And you guys see in the sky fiery contrast as well of the Red Mare with Thramatop flying down towards to meet you guys, and you guys begin to go your way to Tidetown. And Ground hollers out, Did she make it okay?"
She did. Apparently, well, the dwarf priest, Bilborno, said that she should be fine. We did make it in time. And then I'll go up to Salt, and I will just say I do apologize if what I said was out of order. I'm not meaning to cause offense at anybody. I know you guys lost friends, I'm assuming, as well. And so if there's anything that I can do to help with their last rites, or if any of them need help, let me know. Because I, like Gilby, I was raised by dwarves as well, and so I know what it is to lose a friend or a family member. I was just trying to make sure we didn't lose more.
"I understand. I think you were the best man for the job. I don't know how you ride a beast in general, but those beasts that you ride are not something I would want to ever be near."
They grow on you with time.
And you're saying all this as you were flying next to them on your
I
fire
would
mount.
have jumped off onto one of the boats and
Okay.
had
All right.
Midnight
That's
Flame
fine.
disappear.
That's fine. Dwarves are quite apprehensive to magic and to extraplanar creatures in general.
Yeah.
Yes, very stubborn, very superstitious. You guys make your way to Tidetown, and you dismount, and you see that there are clusters of people who are out and having mini wakes, it seems, near the western side of Tidetown along the dock. And that means that they're together, they're eating, they're drinking, and they're trying to rejoice and focus on the good of their fallen there are some who are mourning in different ways, and some who are bawling out in tears and trying to get out every ounce of emotion that they are feeling on the inside, their frustration. You hear some murmuring and people talking about how maybe we should move to Axiopio. Tide Town is just too dangerous. Who knows what's going to come out of that big black abyss? And frankly, Axiopio seems like a safer place. That's where Frantif went. You're also hearing some say things to the contrary. They're saying, "What? You're crazy. Axiopio is way too close to Gloombreach. Or at least we're far away out here. Maybe we should go to that new dwarf kingdom, the Kingdom Battle Axe." And that is actually a great spot to end our second episode. So thank you all. Woo!
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. And
Seems to be the recurring theme.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
The
It's
natural
totally
20
fine.
on one of those guys. I made those spiders to be able to be a threat to your mounts, and I didn't expect a natural 20. I didn't expect them necessarily to for you guys to be dismounted, and I don't know.
You're good. It's okay. High play.
But that was interesting. Well, there's also the dice. Dice are a big part of it.
Yeah, mine are severely lacking.
You need to get those loaded ones.
It's a good thing you are the most powerful class, the paladin. Well, it's not actually necessarily the most powerful class. It's a strong one. They're all strong in different ways. I think it'd be actually a lot of fun if we each made a level 20 character of what might be the strongest class and do a big PvP night. And someone can make a barbarian monk where they rage and resist all damage and have a damage boost to each attack, but they attack 4 times instead of 2 times. Someone could be an Eldritch Knight, which I think might be the strongest class with shield and things like that, and mirror image. Paladin, of course. I think it'd be fun to do a barbarian druid, someone who has all those extra HP but rages while they're in their animal forms, having damage with all that extra HP.
That's brutal.
There'd be some fun ones to try out. But all right. Well, I think we're done. Make sure that you go and check out our social media. You check out the giveaway. You get yourself a really cool mini. Check out our stuff by following the links and learn more about the figures and about you can follow any of us cast members as well. Thank you. Have a great night.